Welcome to the deep dive. We're going to be diving into the
Yeah.
world of dog intelligence today. You guys sent in some pretty amazing facts.
Yeah. Fascinating stuff.
I think our listeners are going to have some aha moments.
For sure.
I know I did when I was reading through these.
Absolutely.
So,
Well, should we just jump right in?
yeah, let's jump in.
Yeah.
This first one, I was kind of blown away by this. Dogs recognizing over 165 words.
Yeah. It really makes you wonder, right?
It's more than some toddlers I know.
Hmm.
So what's the science behind this? Like, how are they doing this?
Well, dogs have evolved alongside humans for thousands of years.
Right.
And they've become incredibly attuned to our communication cues. But it goes way beyond simple association, you know what I mean? Studies have shown that dogs can actually grasp abstract concepts.
Wait, really?
Yeah, they're linking a sound to a whole category of objects or actions.
So it's not just like sit means sit. They're understanding like the concept of a command word.
Exactly. It's like building a mental map, and their vocabulary reflects how detailed that map is.
Wow.
And some dogs, especially breeds like border collies bred for complex tasks, they take it to a whole other level.
Right.
They're practically fluent in human.
Yeah. You see those videos of them doing all those like crazy tricks, and it's like, are they actually understanding what their owner's saying?
It seems like it, doesn't it?
It really does. Okay. This next one, honestly, this one blew my mind. Their sense of smell.
Oh, yeah.
10,000 to 100,000 times better than ours.
It's incredible.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Like, help me wrap my head around that. What would a world experienced through that kind of smellscape even be like?
Okay, so imagine a world that's painted in smells instead of colors,
Okay.
where every object, every person, even emotions, they leave a distinct olfactory trail.
Wow.
And dogs have millions more scent receptors than we do, so they're picking up on nuances that we can't even fathom.
It's like they're getting a whole extra layer of information about the world that we're just completely missing out on.
Exactly. And that explains, their incredible abilities, like detecting certain diseases.
Right.
Or even finding missing people, just based on scent alone.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
Okay, well, speaking of detecting things, this next fact is fascinating. Dogs can actually smell emotions.
Isn't that wild?
How is that even possible?
Well, our bodies release different chemicals, right? Depending on our emotional state. If we're happy, sad, scared.
Right, right.
And a dog's superpowered nose picks right up on those changes.
I've always felt like my dog knew when I was feeling down, but I just chalked it up to intuition or just knowing me so well. To think it's actually this like concrete chemical thing.
It's pretty amazing, right?
It's incredible. It really, it just underscores like the depth of that human-animal bond.
Absolutely. The sensitivity to our emotions is a big part of why dogs make such incredible companions.
Right.
They don't just live with us, they really connect with us on an emotional level.
Yeah. Which brings us to this next fact. I have to admit, this kind of weirded me out at first. A dog's nose changing color.
Yeah, I know.
Why does that happen? What's going on there?
Well, it might seem strange, right? But it's often linked to blood flow or pigmentation changes.
Okay.
So, for example, a pale nose, that might indicate, that they're cold.
Okay.
It can also be a sign of anxiety.
Oh, interesting.
On the other hand, a darker nose could signal excitement or alertness.
Huh. It's almost like a built-in mood ring. I never knew. I'm going to be looking at my dog's nose a lot more closely now. So we've talked about how dogs perceive the world through their amazing sense of smell, but what about reading our emotions?
Yes.
Through other cues?
Oh, they're masters at that.
Yeah.
So while scent obviously plays a role, they also keenly observe our facial expressions, and our body language.
Yeah.
And over time, they learn to associate those visual cues with our emotions. That's why they seem to know when we need comfort, before we even realize it ourselves.
It's like having a furry little empath by your side.
That's a good way to put it.
Okay, finally, let's talk about this last fact. Dogs have an instinct to swim. I always thought that was more breed specific.
Well, it's true that some breeds, retrievers, they're naturally strong swimmers. But most dogs, they do have that basic instinct to paddle.
Okay.
It's kind of tied to their body structure, web feet, things like that. But of course, it's always important to introduce dogs to water safely.
Right.
And provide, proper training. You don't want to just throw them in the deep end and expect them to, doggy paddle like an Olympian.
Definitely not. Well, wow. This deep dive has really opened my eyes to the complexity of canine intelligence. It's amazing how they navigate the world using their senses and connect with us on such a deep level.
Absolutely. And there's so much more, We're still learning about their cognitive abilities.
It really makes you wonder, if dogs can understand US so well, what are they trying to tell US?
Yeah.
Through their barks, their wags, their cuddles.
It's a great question.
It is. It's something to ponder the next time you're hanging out with your four-legged friend. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive, everyone. It's been a truly fascinating exploration into the world of dog intelligence.
So fun.
I had a great time.
Me too.